Yeah.
Hope I'm audible. Hello, everyone. A very, very good morning to you. Today, I'm very much thrilled, to start this program because this is a dream project, which I was looking for a while. So that has come true thanks to Vision Aid and especially to Jayanti Madam to put in efforts, to make this happen. So I'm really super excited. Um, I think you all know me. I'm Ashwin, and I'm a certified professional in accessibility core competency and also in Section 508 of the American Disability Act. And I bring in about 3 years of experience in the accessibility space. Um, my recent employment is with Infosys as a technical test lead in the Apple project. So prior to this, I was working with IIITB, that is International Institute of Information Technology, as an accessibility resource person. Um, my expertise, my expertise is to evaluate the software applications for accessibility compliances, and also my passion towards accessibility is the driving force behind evangelizing, creating awareness about accessibility, and conducting training programs. So apart from this, I also bring in about 20 years of experience as a graphic designer and UI designer. So I have worked on various platforms, industries, end to end in graphic designing. So due to my visual impairment, I had to give up the graphic designing and and choose a career in a new career path in accessibility testing. So that is where I'm here. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Hello, Bhargav.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can you
sure,
you please introduce yourself and then hand it over to Justin.
sure.
Yes.
Hi everyone. This is Bhargav, and first of all, welcome to all of you to in this training program. And coming to my experience and work, what I do is like I have uh, two and a half years of experience in web accessibility, and also I volunteer for Python program in Vision 8. It's been maybe 3 to 2 years, and I have certified in web accessibility specialist. So yeah, now I will hand over to Justin.
Good morning, all. This is Justin. I'm from Bangalore. I thank Vision Aid for bringing me into this program. My experience in accessibility has been to undergo the DQ course, in which I did about 85% of the course, and I did receive a certificate. I didn't complete the entire course, but did all the fundamentals that were needed. Other than this, I do teach spoken English privately. I have also been earlier teaching computers for the blind at Samarthana. I was also working as a medical transcriptionist earlier when the industry was bright and shiny. I also do conduct music classes, but right now my focus will be on strengthening my accessibility skills to learn and to share what I know. Thank you. And next, I think we will hand over to Pinky.
Yes, thank you, Justin. Hey all, good morning. This is Pinky, and I'm really excited to work with all of you. Accessibility testing is a core job for me. I'm working as an accessibility tester in tech systems, and overall industry experience I have with IT is 4 years. Yeah. Sorry, like when Justin mentioned about music, my mind is like, oh, like I love music. So I was thinking about that. So let's come back to accessibility testing. So I have, I'm also certified in accessibility testing. I have completed my DQ course, and even I'm working on a project on accessibility testing. It's a very interesting domain to work on, I feel. So I hope you also will enjoy this, and I'm here to share my knowledge with all of you, and a very warm welcome to everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Balaji, can I ask you to talk for 2 minutes? My co-coordinators in this program. Balaji?
Balaji, we cannot hear you. You need to
Yeah,
unmute.
no, sorry,
Yeah.
my phone is hanging. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Balaji. I'm a co-coordinator here, and I've been working in this software industry for the past 25 years, and have been volunteering with Visionate for the past 1 year. Very glad to see you all here, and hope you all have a great journey ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thanks all of you. Let me start with our most important student section. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to proceed with alphabetical order. So first, Afro, you go first.
Hello all, good morning, and this is Afroz here.
Your camera is not on, Afroz.
Okay, 1 second, ma'am.
Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. Now it's visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Afroz here. I stay in Amberpet, Hyderabad, and right now I'm working as an accessibility tester in Wipro Technologies. Yeah, so I want to learn this because I want more grip on this, and I'm very passionate about this accessibility testing. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Afroz.
Thank you.
Aruna?
Should I off the video?
Yeah.
Hey all, good morning. This is Aruna.
Yeah.
So currently I'm into business and working along with my husband. Before this, I was working as HR. Due to personal reasons, I came up to business now. However, when I was working in HR field and when I was exploring the phone and other things, I felt there were some issues which was related to accessibility, which I could not access, and I had to take help. That was when I found some interest. Thanks to the whole team, and I'm here in this course. Thank you.
Okay, Aruna, we missed your camera view. Probably sometime later I'll catch up with that.
Okay, thank you. Because of this net connectivity, I've put on audio.
Okay. Next we go with Gajendra. Welcome, Gajendra. Can you talk about yourself and
Yes, I am Gajendra from New Delhi, and currently I am pursue education from Delhi University Open, and I am passionate about accessibility. I have I have few of the issues known facing this regarding captcha solver and captcha solving in Firefox and Internet Explorer. These are not accessible at this time, and most of the antivirus are not fully accessible at this time.
okay, go on, Gajendra.
Hello, can I am audible?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You are. Please continue.
My name is Gajendra. I am from New Delhi, and currently I am undergraduate student in BA program, and I am currently pursuing education from uh, Open Learning Delhi University, and thanks for selecting me for this course.
Thank you, Gajendra. Gayatri.
Hello. Good morning, all.
Good
My
morning.
name is Gayatri, and I'm from Hyderabad. I'm currently working as an IT trainer in Youth for Jobs. And the accessibility testing course is very important for me, as I'm a person with visual impairment. I think technology is the only way to cope up in this world. So because of some sites are not accessible, again it comes to the dependency, and I don't want to be depend on anyone for any reason. So I'm keen to interest to learn this course. Thank you.
Thanks, Gayatri. Lakshminarayana, can you start?
Hi everyone, hope you are able to listen to me.
Yes.
Your audio is very, very low.
Now, ma'am.
Yeah, now it's okay, and you need to switch on your camera.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Please go ahead.
So I'm Lakshminarayana from Hyderabad again. I'm studying in University of Hyderabad. I'm doing my integrated masters in political science, final year. So I'm doing my final year. Maybe I'm thinking to start work from next year. So I choose accessibility testing as one option to start. Yes, I also so feels captcha as a big issue. I always ask someone to do captcha and all. Hopefully, we will be able to solve this issue for ourselves. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lakshminarayana. Ruby?
Hello.
Yes, Ruby. Please go ahead. Hello, Ruby? Her mic is muted.
Maybe you can try to unmute.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yes, Ruby, you're audible.
Hello.
Yes,
Go ahead, Ruby.
yes, Ruby.
Can you hear
Please
me?
proceed. Please proceed. Your camera angle you need to slightly adjust.
Okay.
We are not seeing you.
Now?
No.
Oh. How do I do? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It's perfect now. Please proceed.
Okay. This is Ruby from Bangalore. I live in Horamau near Banaswadi. I teach Western classical music. It's piano. I don't have any blind students, but I teach normal students in Bangalore School of Music and at home. I'm very interested in computers, and I thought I can learn accessibility testing since I know fairly whatever has to be done in the computer for myself. I hope I'll achieve what I'm dreaming for. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Ruby. Next in the line is Shivmohan.
Yes, madam. Madam, am I audible?
You are audible, but you are not visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now, am I visible, ma'am?
No. Yeah, right now, yes. This angle is perfect.
Yes, ma'am. So, good morning to one and all. I am Shivmohan from Hyderabad, and I have completed my Bachelor of Commerce, and I am pursuing my LLB. And currently, I am working for Youth for Jobs as a computer trainer, counselor, and mobilizer. And I was actually firstly I want to thank to Visionate people like Jayanti madam and all the mentors and trainers to create such a wonderful platform for visually impaired for us to the people like visually impaired to teach the accessibility testing so that we can not only survive independently and we can share the knowledge with another visually impaired people. Um, and I was really eagerly waiting to start this course. Thank you, one and all.
Thanks, Shivmohan. Sanjay?
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning to everyone. Can you
Yeah,
see me?
perfect. Both audio, video, fine, Sanjay.
Again, I first of all thank all of you to selecting me for this course and considering me as an eligible candidate. I am especially interested in accessibility and accessibility training as the topic is very close to me. I, as of now, personally, as my hobby, contacting app developers and trying to explain them what is accessibility and trying to persuade them to make their applications accessible. So as of now I do that on my personal level. I think this course will obviously give me some more leverage and what we call it, training, so that I can help them and in making applications and websites accessible. Yeah, I'm from Surat, Gujarat, and I have just finished my MA in English Literature from Pune University. Thank you all for selecting me once again.
Thank you, Sanjay. Next we have Suman Chakravarti.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Please turn on your video.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, am I visible?
You like to slightly reposition.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Fine, fine.
Ma'am, is it
Perfect.
okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. 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 Hey all, this is Suman. First of all, I'm very much glad to Visionate team to adding me in this group. It's a wonderful opportunity. And myself, this is Suman Chakravarti. I'm pursuing my MA in Public Administration Department from the Andhra. And I lost my vision because of brain tumor. It's okay, ma'am. Hello.
Please continue, Suman.
Yeah. I've finished my month.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sridevi?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, one and all. Am I visible?
No.
Now, ma'am.
Not it.
I think I'll have to join again, ma'am.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can do it later. Aruna and yourself will do it later. Please continue.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm Sri Devi, and I'm from Secunderabad. So now presently I'm at home, but till last year I was working in LV Prasad Eye Institute as a counselor, rehabilitation counselor for the visually impaired. So LV Prasad is an eye hospital with a rehabilitation department as its integral part. So it provides training for all the visually impaired to make them like independent and make their quality of life better. So I was working as a counselor there. And actually, that's where I met Yusuf, who's in this course now, who's joined the course. And Yusuf is the one who gave me the information about this digital accessibility. And that's how I joined the course. Actually, I've been looking for job opportunities. And because of my vision impairment, I have retinitis pigmentosa, in which like the vision gets worse over years. So because of that, I was looking for job opportunities in this field. And other than counseling, I was looking for something else where, I'll be productive, as well as it will be easier to get a job. And that's how I started talking to my friends about this. And some of them are already in this field. And then they gave me information, and I got to know the guidelines also. I went through the guidelines. So that's how I got very interested in this. And I want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to learn this course. Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Sridevi, are you done?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So, Yusuf?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm audible. Hello,
yeah.
ma'am. Oh.
Yeah, you're audible but not visible.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm visible. Hello.
Let's wait for a second.
Yeah.
Not yet, Yusuf.
One.
Okay, Yusuf, it doesn't matter. Please proceed.
Yeah, okay, fine, ma'am. So, all myself, this is Yusuf, and I am from Siddipet, which is nearly 100 kilometers away from Hyderabad. And I would like to thank all the team Visionaries, which is in this society. And the thing is that through this, each and every differently able person, this is a visually impaired person, can be they can prove themselves by taking the opportunity and Yeah, I would like to thank each and everyone from my side. And I have pursued my graduation recently from Usmania University, and I have worked as a guide and trainer in Dialogue in the Dark in Hyderabad and Bangalore. Thank you.
Okay. We have completed the, students thing. One last person I want to introduce is Megha. She is going to be one silent observer of the course like me and Balaji. Megha, can you talk about yourself?
Yeah, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
And visible too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning and hello everyone. My name is Megha, and as a part of sarcasm, I'm neither a student nor a trainer here. But on the other words, I think I'm a student as well as a trainer to some extent, both. So it will be a great learning with everyone. And about me, I have an overall experience of the industry for about 2.5 years, but I am associated with accessibility since last 6 months. And it was strangely just by chance. But now to move into this area in this field, it's my choice. And hope it will be a great fun as well as learning with you all during this course. Thank you.
Thanks, Megha.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now all of you can mute your cameras and mics as well. Ashwin, now the floor is over to you.
Definitely, ma'am.
1 minute. I think some of them have not unmuted. Not muted themselves. So I would request all of you to mute yourself. Yusuf.
Yeah, sir. I'm done. Shit.
Devi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your mic needs to be muted.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm trying. 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay. You please. Yeah. Shall I do it from my side?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You can mute all, and Ashwin maybe he can unmute himself and start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashwin.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, once again, welcome everyone. So I had an interaction with each one of you. So I pretty kind of, I know all of you, but it was an amazing experience to catch up with you all in a row, So this has really boosted my energy to deliver my talk, I can say. So it was a great interaction. It was a great session. Half an hour session was really nice, and really nice to see you, and nice to see your enthusiasm and interest to learn this new skill. So, today we'll be kicking off our course by starting like what we're going to do in this course. Okay, what are the topics, and you should have some background of the course. You should have some outline of the course, right? So, what is going to happen in the next 4 months, right? So, what will be the turning point at the end of the course? So I'll be going to talk all of this. First thing is, let us talk about the course itself. So we all know that there's a course on digital accessibility testing. So basically, you will be learning the concepts of digital accessibility testing, which starts with the basic thing, like what is digital accessibility? Right, we are all the users, right? We are all the visually impaired users, and we have all one or the other time or in a daily routine we kind of experience accessibility issues, but that doesn't mean that we're all, we all have that knowledge to become an accessibility tester, right? We are the users, yes, we know what are the accessibility problems, but still there are some gaps which has to be covered, which is going to happen in this course. Yeah, so we'll be learning about the basic things, what are the accessibility problems, and why the accessibility is so very important, and the different scope, the why nowadays IT companies and even the government organizations are very keen about making their making the softwares and other things accessible. So things like very basic things will be covered in the first few modules, right? And then once we are aware about the in and out of what is this accessibility, then we'll be moving towards understanding the types of disabilities. So right now we have experienced the visual impairment, right? So that is not the only thing. There are many other disabilities which is going to affect the use of internet and communication technology, information and communication technology. So this is what we'll be going to cover. What is going to happen? What are the difficulties faced by a person with hearing impairment? So what are the difficulties faced by a person with physical impairment while using computers, right? So we don't know all that, right? Even though we know, we don't know the end-to-end part of it. So that is what we're going to cover in this set of module. Yeah, and then once we are done with that, we'll be moving towards assistive technology. So what is assistive technology? What are the different types of assistive technologies that is available in the market, and how that can be mapped with different type of disability? So again, this is a kind of a very important section, I can say. This is one of the core path in our course, because you should know in and out, you should know a very good knowledge about assistive technology, right? When the doctor doesn't know about the medicines, right, how does he treat? So the doctor should have studied about the medicines available in the market so that he can prescribe the right medicine to the right patient, right? So this is where the assistive technologies plays a huge role. So you should have in and out knowledge of the assistive technologies. And then the other part is you have to understand how these assistive technologies work. That is really, really important as an accessibility tester, right? If you're just a counselor, or if you're just doing the advocacy, then you don't need all this. So you can just skip this. But since you're entering into the technical area of this, you should know how exactly, you should know what is in the nutshell, right? So how each of this assistive, whether it is a screen reader, whether it is a magnifier, whatever it is, how does it works? What are the layers behind it, right? So once you understand this, only then you'll be able to remediate the accessibility issues, right? So this is what will be covered. And then there is another topic which is also very, very important, that is accessibility guidelines, right? So the W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium, has a set of guidelines which is followed worldwide. It is a standard guideline which is followed worldwide. So you should have a complete knowledge of this guidelines. So this is going to be the heart of your course again. So everything will be based on guidelines, because this is something very general, and this is very common thing which is followed worldwide. So this is the language we are speaking in accessibility. So the guideline is the language, I can say. It is a universal language which we are talking with the whole world. So you should be very strong at guidelines. So we'll be stressing more on this area as well, right? And then we have to understand the various accessibility laws. I don't know if all of you know that there is a law, accessibility has some legalities. I don't know if everyone knows about this. Yes, there are some legalities when it comes to accessibility. It is the United Nations on Rights of Person with Disability, which has framed the legalities for accessibility, where it says that the web content is the basic human right. Nobody can discriminate, a person from accessing the content. So each of the countries, they have ratified the UNCRPD laws and they have included into their system. For example, in India, we have RPWD, which was passed in 2016, Rights on Person with Disability. If anybody has gone through this document clearly says that all the government websites, mobile applications, and even the public sector domains like banking, insurance, etc., all these has to be made accessible for people with disabilities. And do you know the deadline for this is 2020? It's very near, but unfortunately it's already 2019 and we see most of the websites and mobile applications still not accessible, right? So you have to note this point, like how much resources, because in our country or wherever it is, the general human tendency is yuddha kale shastrabhyasa, right? You understand what is this, what I mean by yuddha kale shastrabhyasa? So people won't get it serious until the last moment. So definitely when this deadline is coming near, there will be a huge demand for accessibility testers, right? So you have to keep this in your mind. And then when we move on to the countries like US, they already have a very strong legal structure under American Disability Act, that is section 508, which talks about the accessibility, right? So this is very strict there. Anything that is procured, developed and maintained by the federal government of US, make sure it complies with accessibility guidelines. It is very strict there, right? And for example, in Canada, there is something called as AODA, AODA, which stands for Accessibility for Ontarian Disability Act. Sorry, it is Ontario. Sorry, it's AODA stands for Accessibility for Ontarian Disable Act. Ontarian is the capital of Canada. So they have IODA, and the fact is, this guideline or this law is so strict that even the rented houses, there has to be made accessible. So even that is covered under this law. So imagine the seriousness, of the accessibility laws over the globe. And last but not least, very recently the Modi government has passed a policy in the parliament known as National Policy on Universal Electronics Accessibility. This is, all of you can make a note in however you would like to do it. Please make a note of this. It is National Policy on Universal Electronics Accessibility. This is a very important policy which has been passed in the parliament. I would really like to talk a few facts about this policy. So later on you can dig into more of it, because this is something which is going to create a number of job opportunities when it comes to accessibility testing space. So basically what the government is looking at is they have a target of reaching, of making a profit of 499 billion US dollars in the electronic sector by 2025. That is 5 years down the line. So 499 billion US dollars. You please use your calculators because I'm very poor at mathematics, but I know it's a very huge number, right? So the government has a target to reach this. It's not easy, because nowadays we are importing most of the electronics from China and other places, right? So we don't have any manufacturing in our country. So in such a scenario, how is it possible to meet this target? right? So this is the problem statement. So this is the problem statement, they have come up with a policy called National Policy on Electronics, under which national policy on universal electronics accessibility is also part, and also the RPWD Act. So the nutshell behind this is, since they want to capture this huge target, which is going to benefit a lot, when it comes to the country's economy, because that is a huge number. When we are reaching the target, definitely our economy will be better in many folds. You don't even have an imagination of how it will be, when we reach this target. So when we want to reach this target, we have to be very keen about the universal design, because we can reach this target only by manufacturing the electronics in our country and by exporting it, right? Because how can we reach this number just by manufacturing and consuming in our own motherland, right? So there is no point. We have to export. Right now, the import is more. The government is looking at electronics export. So when we are exporting our products to other countries, just few minutes back, I spoke about ADA, I spoke about IODA, right? So the products that we are manufacturing in our country has to comply with those guidelines, or else it will simply come back to us. They won't accept if it doesn't conform with the set international guidelines, right? So this is where again the area of accessibility is going to grow up like anything. Some of the key facts of this policy is, it says any manufacturing unit, the R&D unit, whatever it is, they have to hire a person with disability for doing the accessibility testing, right? Whether it is a website or an electronic device. And recently I saw that, some companies are really proactive in doing this, right? So I recently saw the Airtel has released an Android based modem where you can enable talkback, and you can use the set-top box, and you can use the TV channels with talkback. So this is what I'm talking about. So any electronic device that comes out has to be made accessible for people with disabilities. So this is a huge area which will be untapped, and the accessibility professionals will be hired like hotcakes. There is no doubt about it, right? And then after understanding all these laws and guidelines, obviously, since we are into testing, we have to understand, we have to learn the different testing methodologies, right? So when it comes to a system, we have to follow the system, because we'll be aligning with the software development team, we'll be aligning with the software testing team, we'll be aligning with the design team, architecture team. So there are a number of areas which our services will be aligned. So that is why we have to understand the process in that system. So what is the process they are following? What is the software development life cycle? What is the software testing life cycle? So how do we deliver our services in an agile environment, right? So these are the some of the concepts we'll be learning in the course, right? So the methodologies and other things, and also how we are going to communicate with the team, the technical dialogues, how we'll be sharing the reports. So all that will be covered in depth and hands-on. So that is very important. And then this is all about what will be covered in the course. This is pretty a lot, but definitely we can do it in 4 months. The list is lengthy, but don't worry. The concepts are very, very simple. You can easily understand, since you're all, enthusiastic about it. So nothing to worry, you can cover all this. And then talking about the job opportunities, that is very important, right? So that is the reason we are doing this, right? After the course, we want to have a decent, sustainable and scalable job. Not only the job should be sustainable and the skill should be scalable. So that is what we are looking at. So let me talk about a few things about it. So the first thing is, let us list out what are the roles that are available in the accessibility space. See, we have something called as SME. SME is subject matter expert, right? So again, the roles what I am listing out here are the various options. So you can choose based on your skills and interests. You can fit in to the roles you like. So I'll be just giving an overview of what are the roles that are available. Later on, you can also dig into more details by going to naukri.com or something. So there you'll be having a lot of job listings. So there you can map the roles which I talk about, right? So when you read the job requirement, you will understand, okay, this is what the role it is. So sometimes the job role will be mentioned. So you can dig into those things. You can go to Google and you can search for the accessibility job opportunities. You will get a bunch of results where you can read and understand what exactly I spoke about, right? So SME role is subject matter expert. You'll be the subject, I mean, this is not a technical job, but you are the subject matter expert. A small example, there is a product company and they receive an email from a user saying that, sir, I'm a person with disability and this is what the problem I'm facing. So straight away, the company can't jump into remediation, right? First, it has to analyze the, they have to evaluate the user's feedback, whether it is really an accessibility issue or something else, right? So that is the first step they have to take. And SME is the one who is going to do that, right? So he will analyze the feedback given received by the user, and he will decide whether it is an issue or something else which can be solved at his level, what it is. So that is one level of addressing the accessibility issue. And the second role is slightly a leadership role. People in this group who have some leadership qualities or who want to improve their leadership qualities can take up this role, that is program manager, right? Since you are working with a team, definitely there should be somebody to anchor the process, right? So you can't work in a haphazard way, right? So it has to be done in a process, only then you will see the proper results. So there should be a person who is monitoring what is happening around the team, and he will be like how our Jayanti madam is handling the course, right? So she has to handle the application, she has to coordinate with you, she has to do many things, right? So that is the reason we are all set in a row at this place. Otherwise it wouldn't have been happened, right? So there should be one person to anchor any a program or whatever it is. So that is program management. So you have different courses as well for this. Apart from the accessibility testing, you can do program management courses, which will give you more insight on developing the skills in program management. But still, in the accessibility space, you have a role called program manager. So people who are interested can look into it. Just to add a note, these roles and other thing, this is an additional information, and I'm just giving you as a scope of this course. This is not, you're not studying anything about this in the course. I'm just giving you like what will be the opportunities once you complete the course, right? So I'm not going in detail with these things. And then apart from program manager, you can also work as a consultant. Consultant is, it's a kind of freelancing, it's not a full-time job. So people who want to do who want to work on a part-time basis, so those kind of people can take up a career in as a consultant. So many companies hire consultants, so they'll be visiting once in a week or twice a week like that, and they'll be paid for that. So you can take up a career as a consultant, consultant accessibility specialist. And also other roles that are available in the accessibility space, or as a test analyst, right? So in a team, if there are there's a project happening, so there are developers, testers, etc., etc. So there should be a person who is going to analyze the test results. He'll be analyzing the test cases, what needs to be tested. You can't jump in and start testing, right? So the accountability has to be maintained in your work. So there should be someone who will be there should be someone to analyze the process, right? So there are 10 people, a set of 10 people, sorry, there's a set of 10 people who are working on testing. So there should be an analyst who will be consolidating the results, and he'll be passing on to the next level, right? So this is a post of this is the role of test analyzer. He's a test analyst. Like business analyst, what is the business analyst is doing? The business analyst will gather the business requirements from the client, and he analyzes it, and he will put it in a proper way, and he presents it in front of the computer, and he acts as a gap between the client and the development team, right? In the same way, when it comes to testing, there should be a test analyzer, test analyst, who is going to take the testing requirement and pass it on to the testers, and on the other way back, he's taking the results from the testers and then putting it consolidated in the right format, and he's passing it to the next level for remediation. So this is the role of test analyst. Again, this is a technical role, right? But slightly, this needs a leadership quality as well, not as much as program manager, but still you should have a capability to lead a group of 10 to 15 people. Yeah. And then the last but not the least is QA led, the quality analyst lead jobs, where you're not performing any testing here. You will be leading the testing team. Like test analyst is analyzing the result, but the QA led is not performing any technical activities, but he's just leading the team. He's a team leader, that's it. He's monitoring whether the work assigned is done properly or not, the leaves, that, this and all. So he is acting as a lead between the huge group of testers and the manager level. And the last thing is obviously the tester, the QA, what we call the quality analyst, the accessibility quality analyst, who will sit and perform the tests that has been allocated by his QA led. So I don't think you people who would have imagined that there are so many roles in accessibility space. Definitely, I don't think you'd have imagined about it. But yes, it is true, and this is going to scale up in the coming days, no doubt about it. Yeah, because we already spoken about few facts about the laws, guidelines, etc., etc. So with this thing in mind, no doubt the jobs are going to increase like nothing. And then I would like to highlight some of the areas, where you can find these opportunities. For example, educational institutes, right? Because the national policy on universal electronic accessibility clearly mentions that any educational institution that is teaching electronics as a subject should have a curriculum on accessibility. It is very clearly mentioned in the policy. So you can become a lecturer, right? You can become a lecturer, you can become a faculty, to teach this curriculum in the educational institution. For example, like the institution which I was working before, IIITB, okay, they have MTech in electronics, right? So very soon they're going to introduce a curriculum for accessibility. So you can be a faculty there, right? So this is a very dignified people who are highly qualified in this group. I remember a few. So those people can definitely, who are very good at delivering, who are very good at communication and things like that, can definitely pursue these kind of job opportunities in educational institutions. And then obviously the banking sector, since the banking sector is a high touch industry, where it is based on the users, the end users. So definitely they are. Example, our coordinator Balaji is working for a Deutsche Bank, right? So Deutsche Bank will have job opportunities for accessibility testers, because they have to make their applications accessible for the users, right? So banking sector is also one of the very good domain where you can look in for job opportunities. And the government organizations, yeah, as I already said, the government is already under the pressure of the deadline, the 2020. So for example, there is something called as NIC, there is National Informatics Center, which is responsible for developing, maintaining the government digital or electronic content, like developing a website, whatever it is. This is the one, NIC, you can make a note, that is National Informatics Center. So National Informatics Center maybe if you go to the website and check, and they'll be having a lot of job opportunities for accessibility testers, right? And then obviously our 500 Fortune companies, who are the IT companies, definitely they have an ongoing requirement of accessibility specialists or testers or any roles that I just mentioned. So if you go to Naukri.com and Monster.com, you will see number on a daily basis, you will see the job posting. So that's where you can see how much need and demand is there for accessibility specialists. Here I would like to add, please listen very carefully. Right from now, I would suggest all of you to create your profiles in Naukri.com or any major job portals, and you can mention that you are undergoing the course in accessibility testing, because there are some companies which will hire you based on your previous experience as well as the course you're doing, right? So I would really suggest you, and there is no doubt you will start receiving calls from right now. I'm sure about it. So please make a note, go ahead after this call and create your profiles and say that you are undergoing an accessibility testing training course under Vision 8, and you mention the completion date as well. So who knows, you might get a job before you complete the course. So I actually wish that. Yeah. And then apart from this, another area which has a lot of opportunity, this is, I can say, another ocean. It is a startup company base. You see, in Bangalore alone, there are thousands of startup companies. Yeah. So these startup companies also hire, people with disabilities for accessibility requirements. And last but not the least is the area of freelancing. So I come from a freelance background. I worked as a freelancer for about 14 years. And when I go back and see the platform where I was working as a freelancer, I see a lot of opportunities for accessibility testers. And I would like to add that this is something which is very well suited for women, because they have the flexibility to work from home. It is a freelancing platform. It's a huge, I'll be going to give more details about this, the platform which I worked for at least 14 years. And even now, there is a lot of opportunity, but since I'm bored of working from home, I have just locked my profile and I'm making sure I don't get any requirements, because if I open my profile, the requirements will be flooded. So I don't want that to happen. So I have locked it. So it has that great potential. So people who are really interested to take up this path can personally contact me. I would be more than happy to mentor them on a separate track to develop their freelancing career. Yeah. I think that is all about I wanted to say about the job opportunities. Now I would like to talk a little bit about the DQ curriculum, which we are which our course is based upon, right? So we are using DQ curriculum. We already communicated that to you all. Very soon, maybe after the call or something, you'll be receiving a link where you have to subscribe and apply for the scholarship, because this DQ University course is worth $315 US. In INR, it is 22,000, which is being given as free of cost for 1 year by DQ University for people with disabilities. Yeah, so you have to apply for that scholarship. The link what we give, there are all the details. You have to fill in all the details, the kind of disability you have, all that you fill in, and if you submit, you will be getting the scholarship. I guess in 2 days or so. You'll be getting it in 2 days, and you'll be getting the login credentials. So we should be really grateful for the DQ University team, who are offering this scholarship, because it is a large effort would have been gone through to build this curriculum, right? So now we are getting it absolutely for free. So you should really make use of it. I swear it has a bundle of information about digital accessibility. You won't get the information about accessibility in one such place. They have consolidated in such a way. They have what I can say, they can organize it in such a way that it will be easy, very easy for you to take the knowledge. It is given in very the information is in chunks, where it will be very easy for you to consume. That is what they have done. So you'll come to know once you get the credentials and once you start with it. And then once you get the credentials, you'll be able to log in and view all the details. And once you log in to the course, the first landing page will be the list of modules. There will be a table with 2 columns which will be listing. The first column will be the module names, and the second column will be the status or the completion progress. So every module will be a clickable link. Okay, there are approximately 15 to 18 modules combined, the web accessibility and the mobile phone accessibility. So totally there are about 15 to 18 modules which will be covering in 16 weeks. Yeah. So each of these modules is a clickable link. So once you click on this module, it will take you to the course material where you will have and I would like to add, this whole curriculum is 100% accessible with screen readers, either NVDA or JAWS. There is no hassles in it. No problem. You can access the course in your laptop, in your tablet phone, even on your smartphone, right? You can do it on a go, wherever you are, whenever you feel like reading the course, you can just start doing it. It is that accessible and responsive. Okay. So how each of these modules is designed is, on the left hand side, you'll be having a navigation bar to navigate to the topics, and the main area will be the content area, where the heading structures, landmarks, everything is very decently designed. At least I didn't find even one single accessibility bug in it as an accessibility tester. It is that great. You will love it and you will enjoy it. Take my words, no doubt about it. Yeah, and even the content is also so interesting. It will not stop you from reading. I can assure you, I can rest assure you about it. Okay, and the best part I liked in this course is, suppose you are in one module, for example, module 1, and you will log out from the course. Again, you will log in, which will take you to the main page, that is the module table. So when you click on the module which you are reading, it will give you a link to go back to the page where you left off in the last login. You don't have to make a bookmark of till where you read in that module, all that. So dynamically it will bookmark automatically where you left out when you logged out, and second time when you log in and when you click on the same module, it will give you a link where you can just click it and you can go back to the same page where you were left off. Yeah, so that is one very useful thing, because navigation is already a difficult task for people with visual impairment. So they have very decently addressed this problem, So that is the reason I said the overall experience of this course material is just amazing. I can't say anything more about it. Okay, and then how each of the module is designed is, as I said, each of the modules has different topics, and under each of this topic there are different chapters, right? So after every topic you have a quiz. Okay, so I'll repeat, there is a module, under module there are different topics, and under different topics there are different chapters. So after every topic you have a quiz. So you can go to the next topic only if you pass the quiz in 100 marks. Otherwise it will not allow you to go to the next topic at all. Even though if you go to the navigation and click on the topic, it will alert you to complete the quiz. It will not show up the content at all, right? So then coming to the quiz. Again, this quiz also is very, very accessible. Everything, the radio buttons, heading structures, everything is taken care. You don't have to worry anything about it. And the best part is, after every question, after selecting the answer, there is a button to check the answer. So if it is correct, okay, it will allow you to go to the next question. If the answer is incorrect, it will give you a link to a topic, from where this question is picked up, so that you can go back to that and then read the lesson again, and you can answer properly, right? Again, here when you go back to the quiz, you suppose you're left at the 5th question. When you go back to the quiz, automatically it will directly go to the 5th question. It will not start from 1, because you have answered 1 to 4, right? So the 5th question is what was incorrect. It gave you a link to go back to the content. You read the link and you got the right answer. Go back to the quiz and select the right answer, and it will be taken forward to the next question, right? So this is how the quiz is also designed. So once you are completed with the quiz, it will say that 100% completion of the quiz, and then it will allow you to go to the next topic. It is that simple. It is not at all complicated, right? So this is how each of the modules is designed, 15 to 18 modules. Yeah. And apart from this, the last thing is, at the end of every chapter, there is a section called resources. So in this, you have some external links where it is not compulsory. It's really not compulsory, because definitely you need a lot of time to dig into more of those resources. But if anything is really interesting, you can definitely go to those links and read about more additional informations. But it is not mandatory, right? If you want to have more information, definitely. That is the reason that is given in the resource section. Additional resource section. Okay, but I would suggest at least you click on the link and go to the page and just see what is there. Is it really interesting? Because you just can't read it for the sake, right? When you're reading something, you should also understand what you're reading. Otherwise, there is no point. If the content is really interesting and you get that flow, then go ahead. Okay, go ahead and read those additional resources, and then you can come back to the DQ course. Fine. So this is what it is. And then yeah, we have covered the curriculum. So finally, once you're completed with all these modules, you'll be awarded a certificate of completion as a web accessibility specialist from DQ University, which is recognized almost worldwide. It has a very good credibility. So that will be the end of the course, but still you will be having the login credentials, which you can use it for future reference. Even when you get a job, if you want to refer something or some content or any information, you can go back, log in, but this time you are free to jump from any topic to any topic because you already completed the quiz, right? So as I was saying, in the first landing page, there will be 2 columns. One is the module, the other one is the status, right? So whenever you click on a module and you go through the modules, the status, the progress, the course progress will be displayed, like out of 100%, how much you have covered. So that will be like a dashboard. We call it as a dashboard as well. So in the dashboard, it will show what is the course completion, so that you know how much more is yet to reach. Yeah, because we would have given you a deadline. right? We are planning to do one module a week. So you should know at the end of the day, suppose if you are in the middle of the week, tentatively the status should be 50%, right? It shouldn't happen that you are in the middle of the week and it is showing 10%, because 90% you can't cover in another few days, right? So that is why it is helping you to keep a track of your completion status. So you make sure you plan accordingly and make sure you complete the 100% status well in advance, because there is no point in just going through in a hurry or completing the quiz by asking the answers to your peers. All this will, okay, it will allow you to go, but it's not going to help you anything. You have to understand the concept and you have to attend the quizzes by your own. Okay, you shouldn't take anybody's help. And obviously this quiz is designed in such a way that you will not get answers on Google. I have tried a lot. The quiz is so intelligently designed that if you copy the question and put it in Google, you will get no results. Fine. So the only way is understand the concepts and then answer it, right? Only thing that is possible is guessing the answers. That is it. But again, just guessing the answers will not really help you. Okay, you have to answer it by understanding the concept. I think I have covered most of the things. 1 second, let me cross check. Yeah. Yeah, so that is what I just wanted to say all about in this kickoff program. So I'm super excited to start the modules from next week. I think Bhargav has something to talk about the goals. What are we expecting from the participants? Can I?
Okay, folks, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, can I interrupt for a second?
Yes,
Ashwin,
yes,
I would like you to cover 2 more points.
Yeah.
One is our guest lectures, and then the other one is our final exam with a live project or our own designed exam.
Excellent, madam. Thank you so much for adding these 2 points. Yes, dear friends, as madam said, every week you are going to have a guest lecture. It might be a person anywhere in this world, because we have a huge network in the space. Anybody in the space who has, like it might be a accessibility veteran, or it might be a CEO of a company as well. We don't know. Anybody can come into the session and they can give a guest lecture on accessibility. So please don't miss any of your weekend classes, that is on Saturdays, because you'll be going to miss a very precious talk by a person. Because see, apart from this knowledge, apart from this course, you need some inspiration as well, right? So this is why we are really working hard to get the guest speakers. So they'll be coming in, they'll be talking about for half an hour, and again they'll be talking on the topic which we are going to do for that particular. It will not be off topic. Okay, it will be the topic which is related to the module which we are working on that week. So it will be aligned with our module. So please don't miss it. Okay. And the second thing is, madam was telling about the live project. So there is an interesting thing which we have not mentioned this anywhere in the course. That is about the live project. Okay, we are working with an organization called Knowability. You can make a note and you can even browse, or maybe we'll share the link. So Knowability, what it does is once in 6 months or so, they conduct a competition. It's a competition on developing websites or web applications which should be universally accessible, right? So there is also a fees for that. Let's see how we are going to address it. Vision Aid will be helping you with that, but we really want you to participate in that competition. So this competition is like this: anyone from any part of the world can nominate their names for this competition. They'll be selecting teams. They'll be, for example, you are an accessibility tester. You will nominate your name saying that, yes, I am an accessibility tester. I want to take part in this competition. So you will be put in a team. So there will be a team of people who would have applied like you as a developer. Whoever is passionate about universal designing, they would have nominated their names. It might be an architect, it might be a designer, because you need a team, right? Whenever you're developing something, you need a team of a group of people with architectural knowledge, designing, development, testing, accessibility testing, all that, right? So they will be making different teams. So they'll be selecting the profiles and they'll be assigning you the project. So this way you will get a live experience of working in a team, right? Because you are working to win a competition. So since you're working to win a competition, definitely you're putting all your efforts, you'll be putting all your learnings there and everything. So this is going to be a wonderful hands-on experience for you at the end of the course. And this will also really help you to highlight your profile when you're applying for a job. Because anybody for that matter, if I'm an interviewer, if I see something like this, definitely I'll select you because already you have that hands-on experience. I mean, from the day one when I hire you, I can take work from you because you know what to deliver, right? So this is another thing which we have included. So hope it will be exciting to work on this. Anything else, madam?
I don't think so.
Okay. Bhargav?
Yeah, same. Thanks for the sharing the details.
Yeah.
So I think Ashwin covered how we are going to cope with the DQ course. But apart from that, just I want to mention one thing, like we'll be giving some assignment, practical assignment every week. So which all the students has to complete by latest by every Thursday and submit within the deadline. So we'll have like Friday, one day or whatever time we can, go through your assignment and provide the feedback either in during our Saturday class. So that's the one thing we are expecting from all the students. And yeah, of course, is the class timing is every Saturday 10 to 12. We would like all of you to join before 10, maybe 10, 5 or 10 minutes before, so we can start the class without any delay. Because it's, and of course, if you should attend all the class, there is no excuse on that. No. And apart from that, like, let's say if you have any doubts how you can go, what is the right approach to get the, if you are finding any solution, what is the approach to get the solution. So just I wanted to mention one thing, like first you can try to find the details on your own. Then next we have a WhatsApp group where you can post your question or get it, clarify any doubts that you may have. And also we'll be creating an email group where you can post your question. And so we have Pinky and Justin here, both of them. So we'll assign we'll divide a group of student and we'll assign them. So like you can, if you are not finding any details or answer, so you can reach out probably to Justin, either Pinky. And still if you're not getting any answer, feel free to reach out to myself. So like this will go with any of your doubts. And yes, while you join your when you join your class, so like I think today we have pretty much silent, so we are expecting in all of the class we have like this silent. And in, yeah, that's it, I think. yeah, one thing just I want to mention. So we'll be will share the recordings with all of you in maybe latest by Sunday evening. So you can go back and refer if you want. And so remember that recording is not, it should not be the first, it should not be the main, resource to learn. We expect all of you to join every class and make, will, as you are aware of, we have a question answer session also. So we'll request all of you to participate in during the class. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it from my end.
Okay, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Bhargav.
Anything else?
So now, what we can
Ashwin,
do
if there is
is,
nothing, why don't you throw open for questions?
yeah, that's what I was about to tell. So what we can do is,
but
madam,
tell them to switch on their mic and talk.
No. What I was thinking was, you can call out the names in an alphabetical order, like how they introduce. So each of them, when their names are called out, if they have any questions, they can ask, or they can pass it to the next person.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Afros, you can start. You can ask queries if you have.
You'll be given 1 minute. If there is no response from you, we'll be moving to the next person.
Afros, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions?
Actually, I wanted to ask about the guest lecture.
Yeah.
So please, like, clear that what is actually will be there. Should we talk in front of guest lecture, or they will introduce themselves and they will say what?
Yeah. They will be giving a guest lecture. You're not talking. You're the listener.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But madam, Afros gave a good idea, in fact.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this once in a while, madam? Because it's a good thing. It's excellent, Afros. So once in a month, we will make a note of this somewhere. Once in a month, somebody in the group can give a guest lecture on what they have learned. So this is like, we call it as reverse KT. We call it as reverse KT in our workplace, right? Reverse knowledge transfer. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
We move on to Aruna.
Yeah.
Aruna, can you unmute yourself, and if you have any question, you can. Our audio is muted still. Aruna, are you there?
Yeah. Am I?
Yeah. No, again, your microphone is muted.
I am not able to unmute. I am trying. Yeah.
Hello?
Aruna, you're okay now.
Yeah, okay. No questions as of now, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. If not now, anytime you have a question, we have a platform to answer your questions. So feel free, everyone, feel free to ask your questions. We welcome more and more questions.
Sure.
Okay, Gajendra.
Unmute. Ashwin, unmute.
I'm sure Gajendra will have questions.
Hello?
Yeah, Gajendra.
Am I audible?
Yes, Gajendra.
This course has been recognized by the Government of India.
By the
this
Government of India.
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah. Yeah. See, it's all about skill. So today, DQ University course is the one which is the leading, right? So definitely, it is recognized. So once you're completed with this course, you can easily get a, but it will not be a government job, Gajendra. Don't get confused. You will not get a government job by doing this course. Okay, there is, as far as I know, there is no government job for this, but you can definitely get a job in the government department. Like I said, NIC, National Informatics Center, can
yes,
hire
I
you.
heard about it.
Yeah, so those people can hire you, but even I am not sure it will be through the government policy or what. Maybe I can, it's a good question. I'll make a note of it. Maybe I'll also find if there is any thing like that.
Sir, because I want to do the government job in accessibility field.
Okay, definitely,
You said
Gajendra.
that the 2020 deadline.
Definitely. I will let you know about it. Government jobs.
Yeah, can we move to next one?
Gayatri?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I'm having doubt. The classes will happen only on Saturdays. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. And is this course is useful only for web accessibility, or we can do it for software testing also,
It's for both.
or software accessibility?
It's for both. It's for web, software, as well as mobile phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
See, web accessibility is something beyond software accessibility, right?
Okay.
So software accessibility has a limitation,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
when you know web accessibility, things that is needed for accessibility, for software accessibility, is already covered.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. So there is no separate course for software accessibility. It is the same.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Raghavendra? Oh, Raghavendra is not there, right? Okay. Ruby?
Lakshmi Anand, who is the next?
No,
Hello?
Ruby. Okay. Ruby.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the freelance. I'm very interested in that. That was my dream from a long time.
So your dream will come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in putting music. There are softwares for music, and which is not so much accessible for us visually impaired. So I want to really get into that.
Excellent, Ruby. Definitely you can do that. It is definitely a very good thought, and definitely there is a very good opportunity for that, because this is something very niche, which everybody can't do. So
Yeah.
definitely you can explore this idea for sure. No doubt about it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Lakshmi Narayana?
No question as of now, ma'am.
Okay, Lakshmi Narayana.
Okay. Shivamohan? Shivamohan, can you hear us? Okay, we'll move on to Sanju.
Yep.
Oh, he left the meeting. Again, come back.
See, I would like to add, even though if you don't have questions, I would like you to stay on the call. Why? Because you will get a chance to get an answers from other questions, right? So it's really a good thing to always, attend the question answer sessions, because sometimes what will happen is you have some question, but you don't know how to put it. Maybe somebody would ask the same question for which you will get an answer, right? So I would really suggest never miss the Q&A session. Yeah.
Yeah, Shivamohan, are you ready?
No, still audio is muted.
Okay. Sanjo? Sanjo, can you hear us?
Probably if we are saying anybody's name, you may need to unmute yourself and then you can start talking.
No, when I unmute, it is not happening.
No, I think they need to give confirmation from their side.
Okay. Sridevi? Sridevi, can you hear us?
Sridevi, can you unmute
Hello.
yourself? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am. I wanted to say I don't have any questions, but I would like to add that I don't have any questions because everything was so clearly explained, and Ashwin sir made us feel so comfortable, and he was so encouraging that I told him on the last call. I had told him I'm trying for a government job, as I've been preparing for railways, and I was stressed out for that, because there's lot of things to prepare for that. So, but then now I'm so confident about this career that it has put me at ease. So I'm going to dedicate a lot of time on web accessibility. And once again, thank you so much for enlightening us.
Thank you so much, Sridevi, for those words, because these are the words, which will increase our energy to deliver. Thank you so much for that. So we are there
Thank
always
you.
to help you out, and all the very best to you.
Thank you. And one more thing I would like to ask you, Ashwin sir. Actually, you told us about freelance. So even I'm interested to know more about that. So I would like to contact you regarding this and know more about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yusuf? Yusuf, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Suman, do you have anything?
Yes, ma'am, I had.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, am I audible to you?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I had few doubts, but about guest lectures, Afros resolved that.
Okay.
And second one, is this course helps to testing purpose only? Is there any helpful for developing also?
No. This is nothing to do with the development. This is only for testing. Yes.
Yes. And one more thing. Hello.
Yeah.
Last one is actually in mail, from Jayanti ma'am, we got a mail now. While class is going on, if we had any doubt, we have to raise our hand. Some option is there. Where
So that will share the details via email. So keep checking your emails. We are planning to share some shortcut keys with Zoom, which you can use. And thanks for bringing this. So I think I forgot to mention one thing, probably in screening call I was talking to people, you may need to join through desktop or laptop. We are not expecting you to join through your mobile. So because we may ask randomly some of you to give some kind of demo in our class. So make sure you connect it through your desktop, either laptop, and yeah, we'll ask you to share the screen and stuff like that.
It's okay.
Yeah. So we'll share some few shortcut keys with Zoom shortcut keys. So wait for 1 or 2 days. Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, sure.
And one more thing, if it is possible, can you please resend that Zoom link to install in a Lappy?
Sure, we'll do that.
It's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my thing is over.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is Yusuf.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So I
should.
have particularly two questions from my side, sir,
Mhm.
to Ashwin sir and Balaji sir.
Hmm.
First one
Yeah,
is
good.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, first one is that as a freelancer, as you told that there are a lot of opportunities for a visually impaired as well. But uh, uh, like sometime back, I have searched some information about it. There I have found that there are lots of fake websites and fake people who give us work and they don't pay us. So is it
Mhm. Yusuf, your audio is going off.
any particular websites to which will be
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Hello,
So
sir. Yeah. So
are
that
you,
is one thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So in
Yeah. The
between
say.
your
Yeah.
audio, hello, Yusuf?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. I'm able to hear.
Yeah, when you were asking the question, in between the audio went off. So what I understand with your first question is, you're asking about the safe and secure freelance
Yes.
outsource platform. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, definitely, I can help you out with that.
Okay. Now, my second one is that second question is that as Ashwin sir, you told about the modules that we have to complete in a week, and Balaji sir told that we'll be getting an assignment which we have to complete by Thursday. So that assignment is going to be a part of the module. Are both of them are going to be different, which we need to complete in 1 week?
You
This is
have
my
to
second question.
complete both of them in 1 week, but that is different, this is different. So that
Yeah,
module
that's
is
my
different.
actual
Module
question.
is just it is reading and completing the quiz,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
nothing to do with the assignments what we give. So assignments what we give is the hands-on experience thing, which will help you to remember things what you read in that module. Because once you're completed with one module and when you go to the second module, obviously you would have forgotten what you learned in the first module. So to help you memorize what you learned, we are giving you some hands-on assignments, because always you'll remember things which you actually do than read, right? So that is what it is. So you
Okay.
have to complete
Yeah.
both. Otherwise, it will be a burden for you in the next week. Yeah. Anything else? I hope I have answered your question,
Hello?
Yusuf.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great.
Ashwin, sir?
I think they've kind of covered
Hello?
everybody.
Yeah.
Sanjog called to say
Ashwin,
that his internet is
sir?
down.
Yeah. Go ahead. Is it
Hello?
Sanjog?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
I am Sanjog here, sir.
Mhm.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I have one question regarding the Tech University course which you spoke about. Actually, in the month of March or February, I applied for a scholarship for the same course that you spoke about. But at that time, the course that I was doing was not that good, and nobody, told me in such a detail that you did. And so I was wondering whether I will be able to apply for a scholarship again, or will the same what we call it application will continue.
So, okay. So if you have already created your account and you got the scholarship, I think it's still you can use the same, and just try to log in with your credential. And if you are not able to access, let us know. Put a message in WhatsApp group, or yeah, send an email. So, and mostly we'll be sharing the details how to apply for DQ
Sure.
course. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So anybody else has any question?
How about Pinky and
Hello.
Justin? Pinky?
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm afraid. So
Yeah,
I have one question.
Yeah.
Actually, which assignment will be assigned to us? Is it live assignment or any Word document type?
It will be a live assignment.
Live assignment?
Yeah. We would have
We will
selected
be
some
when one
website. Yeah, we would have
Okay.
selected some websites and mobile applications, and you'll be straight away working on it.
So it's like we'll be sharing the some web page URL which you need to test the page, and we'll mention the which screen reader you should use, either NVDA or JAWS or
We'll
either
give you all the instructions: what
yeah.
to test, how to test, where to test.
Okay. And where we should submit that assignment? Like we tested this so and so assignment.
It's probably through email, but we'll be sharing the details when we assign any task to particular student. We'll share the details, all the details.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly it will be all about sharing the report, right? So we'd have sent you a report. You'll be filling it and you'll be sending it back with your name and all the details filled in. That's it.
Okay.
So you'll get more details about it. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So is Gajendra? Yeah.
What duration the quiz time? Sir, quiz time duration. How many time I completed the quiz in hours, in minutes, and what duration for a quiz in DQ?
No, there is no duration set for that. You can take your own time to complete it. But all that is required is you have to have 100% marks. That's it.
So, question. Sir, what is criteria in DQ University applying scholarship?
So that you once you go through the application form, they have described the details on DQ itself. So there you will get to know. But one thing I would want to mention here, like there is no any deadlines set by DQ, but here is something like we need to finalize some date to finish that. So we'll be keep on checking your status and things like that for each module.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think probably I would like to mention one things, and then if nobody has any question, we can probably wind up. So
Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah, Aruna.
Sorry to interrupt. So when you spoke about assignments, right?
Hmm.
And based on different screen readers, you would be assigning certain tasks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a problem here because I don't have JAWS currently. I just have NVDA. So would that be an issue?
You can install JAWS on a trial basis. Okay, you will have a trial version where it will work for 40 minutes.
45, yeah,
40 minutes. After 40 minutes, you just have to restart your computer and you can use it for lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah.
But will most of the modules work with NVDA, the assignments that you give? Or is it mandatory to install JAWS?
So
it's mandatory to install JAWS because sometimes the requirement from the client will be to test with JAWS. So if you don't have that hands-on experience, then you'll be in trouble, right? So we want you to give exposure with both the screen readers.
So JAWS 2018 is fine, right?
Yeah, the latest one. You just go to the website, you will find the latest one.
Okay.
If you find a problem with it, you can take help from the interns. They'll help you to send the link to download the software. That's not a problem.
Sure. And is there any RAM specification to try out these assignments?
What specification?
RAM.
RAM?
It is, there is 4 GB RAM with Windows 10.
I think
that
should be fine.
Yeah, no issues.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me, Bhargav.
Yeah, tell me.
This is Suman.
Yeah.
In JAWS, we must use 18 or 218. Why? Because previously, what happened with 18, if you open Firefox browser, nothing is accessible.
Yeah, so that's what we are saying that if you go to Freedom Scientific website and whichever you are finding the latest one, please download that and you can install it.
Yeah, and also make sure you update your browser as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm updating always.
Yeah, fine. Then that should be fine.
Every Wednesday I'm updating my browser. That's
Okay.
what happened now. Previously this issue was raised.
Okay, no issues. Then that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
thank you.
Yeah.
And one more thing. It's the last one. You're sending us some assignments. For suppose if you send me a link. Okay, we have to send you as which way. It's okay. You send me the link. Okay, we open the web page. There we have to find is there any issues or not. That's what is any other ways there in assignment.
That is there, but it's not exactly that. We'll be telling you what to test, how to test, what to test, how to test, where to test. 3 things, and how to report it back. We'll give you all the instructions. So you just have to follow the instructions and send us the work back. That's it.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. And I think as all of you know, like in screening also, we were asking about HTML and CSS and things like that.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. So we would like all of you to register on Coursera. I'm not sure if all of you are aware of. So Coursera is the platform where there are thousands of courses on various topic from like top class university, and so it's a platform where you can take the course whichever you want. So we'll be sharing the course link for HTML. So and there will be instruction, and we would like all of you to register as in that particular course as a audit mode, and there will be video lectures on HTML and as well as textbook. So this is like your additional learning we are not going to include in 15 or 16 hour which you are going to spend on DQ and your assignment. So make sure you will spend some time on that as well, so you will be having good a movie as you go next level, so where you need HTML and CSS knowledge as well, right? So you can start with that, and if you have any question related to HTML and CSS, so I think recently Pinky has completed even and Pinky and myself, you can reach out anytime if you have any issue to join the Coursera course.
Thank you so much for adding this, Bhargav, because this is very important. I would really suggest everyone to do this, because this is something really advantageous for an accessibility tester. Now, this is the one which will help you to scale up your skills as an accessibility tester. So people who are willing to scale up the skills, definitely this is a must.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm having one doubt.
Yeah.
I've already
Who is
enrolled.
this?
I'm Gayatri.
Okay, Gayatri, tell me.
So I'm already enrolled with Coursera with learning Python language.
Okay.
So can I apply for this HTML?
Yeah, we'll send the details, the course link, and what are the steps you need to follow.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have already registered on Coursera, so no need to create account again. Just you can log in with your existing account and you can just join the course.
Okay. Thank you.
I think as long as you're doing it in audit mode, Gayatri, you don't have limitations.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So for now, we will just select the audit option when you join the course. But anyway, I will be sharing the details in email. And so as per my experience, like I have been teaching like this course from like 2016. So some of you might not read the entire email. So please go through through the entire email. Don't just read the initial like 2 or 3 lines and you know, asking some questions and things like that. So probably might be what you are looking for, that will be there in email itself. So make sure you will read the proper email, and then if you have anything, you can post it on our WhatsApp group.
Okay, do we have any questions from Pinky or Justin?
None as such.
Okay.
Only I was just wondering that in the end of 2018, President Trump signed the 21st Century Idea Act. I was wondering if you are aware of that. We'll be adding that also to the learning that we are doing.
Okay.
That is in addition to the 508
Okay.
rules that have come up now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I couldn't hear Justin properly.
Yeah, can you repeat that, Justin? Even I was about to say that.
Yeah, on December 18th, 2018, President Trump mandated that all the federal agencies should be making their websites accessible. And that act is called the 21st Century Idea Act, IDE.
Okay. Can you repeat 21st Century?
Idea Act.
Idea is IDEA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So does that supersede 508 or should we
Need to check because in 2018 the section 508 was upgraded. You know, it was revised. So that is what I know. I need to check if that is and this is same or what. Okay. Because one thing I know is 2018 the section, the whole section 508 was revised. So I'll just cross check and I'll see if this is necessary to be added in the course.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for adding this, Justin.
Okay.
Pinky? Do you have any questions? No.
Okay. Mega?
No
Okay,
questions.
Pinky came online. Okay.
Okay, fine. So all good, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. I just want to mention, just add to that, to the students, it may be overwhelming for them, but no need to worry. We are here to help you.
Okay.
But I would also again, repeat on the same thing which Bhargava has mentioned about HTML. Definitely register for that, because with that, we are going to be expert in whatever we are learning in DQ.
Excellent.
Along with HTML. So please don't ignore that. Please take it seriously and log in to register to Coursera as well. We will help you with all those things. No need to worry.
Excellent. I hope everyone does it. Yeah. So lastly,
Mega now.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Mega.
Yeah, so no questions from my side as such. Everything is well. But yeah, I just wanted to mention one thing, like though I am a silent observer, but still in any case, any assistance or responsibility to be taken from my side, I'm always like most welcome for it.
Thank you so much for that, Mega.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So lastly, shall we ask if Balaji wants to add to this something, or we can wrap up the session? Balaji, would you like to add something? Because
nothing, Ashwin.
We're not missed out anything, right?
No, nothing.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay. See, I find that the question and answer session has been really productive, really interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for participating so actively and continue it. It benefits everybody.
Correct.
Okay, and we leave them with 2 action points. One is we give them instructions as to how to register themselves in DQ University, how to register themselves in Coursera for HTML in audit mode.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
these two actions the students have to finish once they get the guidelines from us.
Okay. So yeah, probably you will receive the two different email, one email for DQ and another email for Coursera.
Okay. So I think with that we are ready to close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks everyone. See you next Saturday.
Yeah, and we'll be touch on WhatsApp group.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, Ruby.